This is a condensed introduction to intelligence analysis and evidence-based reasoning to prepare you for using the CoArc system, both its Argopedia component and its Cogent component. To keep individual videos short, the material has been divided in several parts. It is very important that you understand this material well. The purpose of intelligence analysis is to answer questions arising in the decision-making process by analyzing evidence about the world. The answers are probabilistic in nature because our evidence is always incomplete. We can look for more if we have time. It's usually inconclusive. It is consistent with more than one answer. It is frequently ambiguous. We cannot always determine exactly what the evidence is telling us. It is commonly dissonant. Some of it favors one answer, but other evidence favors other answers, and has various degrees of credibility. We use the following positive probabilistic scale to assess the support provided by the evidence to a hypothesis. We use symbols such as very likely, but each symbol is associated with a numeric probability or a range of numeric probabilities. Stating that the hypothesis Haka has nuclear weapon is lacking support means that, based on the available evidence, we cannot conclude that Haka has nuclear weapons. If we find new evidence, we may change this assessment and conclude, for example, that it is very likely that Haka has nuclear weapons. Notice that we only assess the probability that a hypothesis H is true based on the available evidence. We can also assess the probability that not H is true, concluding, for example, that it is likely that Haka does not have nuclear weapons. We can use several equivalent verbal expressions for not H, as, for example, it is likely not true that Haka has nuclear weapons, or it is likely that Haka does not have nuclear weapons, or it is unlikely that Haka has nuclear weapons. We use the following correspondence to express a negation of a positive symbolic probability. For example, very likely 80 to 95% not H may be expressed as very unlikely 5 to 25% H. Notice that if H is lacking support, then the probability of not H may be anywhere between 50% and 100%. In other words, the fact that H has no support from evidence tells us nothing about not H. The probability of not H could be anywhere between 50 and 100%. That is why we have not associated any numerical probability with lacking support.